Yo, what's going on there, YouTube? This is SEL0320 representing JVS. So I'm back here again for another review for Arrow. This is the 5th season, episode 11, Second Chances. This is a better episode than the episode before, just because Tina, who you find out is not necessarily named Tina. I'll leave that towards the very end of this review, so anybody that wants to just kind of hear what I thought about the episode can be unspoiled. But Tina is legit. I mean, from a combat standpoint, like police background, powers are more focused than Black Siren from the Earth 2, and just more well-rounded. Like, I mean, she more can defend herself, and at the same exact time, she's on the same exact complex that Oliver was on. You know what I'm saying? And it was interesting to see how the whole them trying to look and trying to see who she was and trying to figure out who she was, because it's more like a legend. She was all across the United States, and you come to find out what she was really searching after, which is kind of a vengeance thing. And the beginning of the episode really showed like her creation as the character, and I think that was a really good sequence of events to kind of like make you be on board with, okay, this could be, you know, what we're thinking of the new Black Canary. And it's interesting because Oliver never pressed that on her. He never was like, I need you to become the new Black Canary, because that'd be so cliche. He really tried to meet her at her needs, so to speak. And I thought that was a really big benefit from this episode. I think they did a really good job with. I think that for everything that they've been trying to do, I think that they accomplished it in terms of making me potentially be on board with her taking up the mantle of being the new Black Canary. How she's gonna look in it, that's a whole other thing. And the other part of that is like they did so much with Laurel Lance of getting her to train with, you know what I'm saying, with the guy, I forgot his name, that was part of the JSA, it was the boxing dude. They went through all different metamorphoses of the character, and now we've got just a new, you know, Black Canary. But looking at this episode kind of brought me on board, and I like the way they did it. Another part of this interesting thing is Felicity and the length she's willing to go now. She's, to me, not pitfalling, but she could go into a really dark place because her character, you know what I'm saying, like that was her own worst, you know, nightmare, so to speak, of her dealing with her duality complex, of her thinking about how she used to be, how callous and gothic and dark she used to be. And for her, at this point, I feel like she feels like she has to go that route. And I don't know how beneficial that's going to be, especially the person she met with in this episode. So this is where we're going to go in more of the spoiler territory, but I had to bring it up. So if you haven't seen the episode, take this, put it in rewatch again, and watch this episode, or watch this review again. The ending, okay? The conversation that she had with Oliver, their whole dialogue back and forth was amazing, matter of fact. From him going back with the not Leon Yu, but him being in Russia, and him meeting with Talia freaking al Ghul, and he doesn't even know who that is. I was just like, wow. And then her dropping, like, he was like, how could you, you know, even train him? You look younger than him. We know about the Lazarus Pit. There's a small possibility that the Lazarus Pit, because of Flashpoint, is still in existence. Because not just that, like, when did Talia come into play with this? Wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, you know, Ra's al Ghul's other daughter play a role in this? That was one thing I wanted to spoil. And then the last thing was when she was like, my name is not Tina, it's Dinah. And if you don't know, Dinah Laurel Lance is Black Canary, okay? But before her, her mother was named Dinah Drake Lance. So they labeled this chick, instead of Tina, Dinah Drake, right? And that's supposed to be the name of Laurel's mother. I don't remember what Laurel's mother's is in this series, but they were very clever with that because she technically was the first Black Canary, and then after she had, you know, Laurel took up that mantle, and at the same exact time, that was a certain point where Laurel and Oliver, you know, married, and then they broke up, and all this kind of riffraff happened. But I'll say this, I know with Gotham, with Flash, with Arrow, they always break shift off mythology to make the story work. And I mean, you know what I'm saying, since the actress that plays Laurel Lance and no one wants to do it, or whatever reason, I'm on board for this chick doing it, and I think that was a very interesting twist. But if you didn't know who Dinah Drake was, you would have missed it. Like, literally my reaction, my jaw dropped. And I thought that was a really subtle but good surprise. But hopefully y'all enjoyed this review. Keep it locked. JVS ain't gonna stop. It's time for me to watch some Sherlock. Peace.